Okay, guys, let's roll. What are we going to be talking about? Ah, quick, goldfish hit the like button. Oh, missed him. Here you go. We're going to be talking about, well, obviously, there's the image behind. Wonder what that's about. You'll have to wait and find out. Uh, I know. Let's talk about Advance UK, is it? Or, as they now known, Retreat UK. They've got a pretty new logo. Should we have a look at it? Why not? I know that Advanced UK guys are like yesterday's people. Bit sad, really. I would say this to any Advanced UK members. By now you should have seen that Ben is not the man that you thought he was. He's not the man I thought he was. He took me in, fair play for him. To gear? No, I don't know. Anyhow, if you believe that anyone can be English, then fine, stay with Advance UK. If you believe that only the English can be English, and the Welsh be Welsh, and the Scots Scots, and the Irish Irish, then you want to come over to Restore Britain and Rupert's crowd. Because all you're doing at the moment is sitting aboard a sinking ship, and changing the logo is a bit like moving the deck chairs around on the Titanic, isn't it? And not a very good logo at that either. I wonder how much they paid for that. Did they pay for it? Would you pay for it? Anyhow, let's go through the newsletter. Sorry about this Restore Britain, but you should know what your enemy, and they are our enemy now. Dear fellow Advance UK members, newsletter 10th of March. Excited to debut the party's new logo, which is approved by the Electoral Commission at the end of last week. A new logo for a new journey. Well, it was a new journey, wasn't it, for those councillors who just came over from from the Reform Party and the Conservatives. Yeah, that couple of good catches there for Restore Britain. Anyhow, what plans have they got? Oh, they're copying Restore Britain's plans straight from Rupert's playbook. Advance UK's plan to tackle grooming gangs. Yeah, nothing new there. Doing what Nigel Farage and the Reform Party are doing. Copying other parties' tactics. Create a Justice Survivor Task Force. Reject human rights excuses that shield criminals. Yeah, nothing about getting rid of human rights. Enforce mandatory castration and life sentences for child rapists. Oh, I don't know if Rupert's got that in his manifesto. Might go along with it though. Whistleblower hotlines. And yeah, what else? Exposing the assault on free speech. Anti-Muslimness laws. Advance UK stands resolute in opposition, vowing to reverse this betrayal. No, nothing inspiring me there. It just doesn't inspire, does it? Battling the fuel crisis, calling out profiteering, demanding tax relief. Howard Cox unleashes on the escalating oil prices. Listen to Howard explain. No, I don't think I'll bother. Sorry, Howard. Social media. My heart's not in this article, guys, in this video, guys. I'd rather be do some... We could have been watching the paint dry channel, couldn't we? It's dry by now, I expect. And what did I say it was? I think I said in the other video. I think it was Magnolia, wasn't it? We could have been watching that. No point now, it's dry, I expect. I think it's lime green tomorrow. We'll see, have a look at that then. There's Uncle Ben. Wow. Anybody see a difference in that face? That does not look like the Uncle Ben we saw at the beginning of this. That looks to be a nasty, bitter man. a nasty, bitter old man. Starting to show your age, Ben. Should do what I do. Get a portrait and put it up in your attic. And change your name to Dorian Gray. Bit of culture there for you guys. Dorian Gray. 10 brownie points to the first person who tells me the author in the comments. 10 big shiny brownie points that can be used absolutely nowhere. Right, Advance UK. Tune in on Wednesday 11th of March. Oh dear, I'm so sad I missed it. Oh God. I was disappointed last night. I was hoping Working Class Patriot would have a live show up so I could chill in and listen to some music, but he didn't. Local involvement. Contact Advance UK. I think that's enough of that, don't you guys? Let's go back into our bunker a minute. Yeah. Okay, what are we talking about? They elected a dog. Who elected a dog? Oh no, let's talk about David Cameron, because I saw that Dino Bane. I wish I had £1 for every time I mentioned Dino Bane or Dino Bane. I'd be rich. Right. Dino Bane was talking about David Cameron, and he mentioned that David Cameron had once had intercourse with a pig's head. This is absolutely true. I remember it well. I used to write a lot about David Cameron back in the day. Him and the Bullingdon boys. I've got loads of articles on him. But here's one interesting bit here. Oh, there was a more interesting one before this, actually. It was about where Peter Mandelson, David Cameron, Cameron, Brown, Rupert Murdoch at a fancy party aboard a yacht, yeah, that was sort of secret from the public. Mandelson, Brown, and Cameron and Murdoch, yeah. Anyhow, if I remember rightly, yeah, Cameron went and stayed with a Muslim family, didn't he? They gave him one of those night dresses to wear. Yeah. I think Sam Cam would have looked better in one of them. I had a great photograph, really. It was taken from behind. David Cameron, who was up in Parliament, was walking through a courtyard, and Boris Johnson and Sam Cam were walking behind him. And Boris was being a little bit affectionate with Sam Cam. And I was thinking, turn around now, David. Something was going on. That's the one thing I regret about losing the British Resistance website and the Home of the Green Arrow and Friends website. All the images and articles lost. Anyhow, so what else was he saying? Oh, down here. This is a statement made by David Cameron. Not for the first time I found myself thinking that it is mainstream Britain which needs to integrate more with the British Asian way of life, not the other way around. Yeah, David Cameron. If you've watched the Dino Bane video, perhaps I should have included the segment. It's where Cameron is saying why we should have more Muslims at the top of our political parties, civil service, and in business. And of course, he mentioned the Bullingdon Club, didn't he? Yeah, I think I've got a photograph of him here. How does Cameron remember his days when he was a member of that bunch of thugs shown? 550 windows of Christchurch Tom's Quad were smashed in one night. Boris Johnson was crawling around on all fours in the edges of the botanical gardens trying to evade the police. And when, like all thugs and bullies, turned into a snivelling, pathetic and sad namby-pamby when caught and cried like a baby. All the links to news stories in the press, they've gone. No, the blissful sponge of amnesia has wiped clean the slate of memory from their minds, not from the minds and memory of the British National Party, or indeed former members of that party. The Bullingdon modus operandi is to book a restaurant under a false name, smash it up and throw large amounts of money at the upset owners. a form of behaviour which dates back to Victorian times. I think there was a famous club in High Wycombe, wasn't it? High Wycombe, the Hellfire Club. I went and visited where they held their meetings when I was young. Let's have a quick look. See if I can find that photograph of the Bullingdon Club. There's just so much. Oh yeah, David Cameron was also a signatory member to the forerunner of Antifa, the UAF, Unite Against Fascism, and we organised a letter campaign to all the MPs to see what excuses they came up with. We had quite a lot of replies, actually. All wriggling like hell. Oh yeah. GA, you know I wouldn't jump into one of your posts, blah blah blah. That was John of Gwent. Some good writers in here. Some letters. I want to find it. I'm going to pause it to see if I can find it. More letters. Hold on, guys. Oh, yes, a summer party. Yeah. Rupert Murdoch, 100% committed Zionist. He's 95 at the moment in time. They are waiting for you down there, Rupert. They are waiting for you. You'll be cooking with gas soon. Couldn't find it on the Wayback Machine. Yeah, summer party. Puppets of the New World Order were all there. Cameron, Brown, Mandelson, and a host of others. Cameron was forced to cancel a previous engagement. Summoned to meet Murdoch aboard his private yacht, the Rosati. Oh, I remember that, the Côte d'Azur. Big fuss over his expenses. I can picture Murdoch dismissing Cameron by saying something along the lines of, "Help yourself to a drink now, David, and then toodle off, as I need to have a word with Mandelson about what to do with Brown." And where does Mandelson fit in all this? Well, he has been Murdoch's puppet since at least 2002. Pointless going there, it's gone. When he defended the puppet master's plan to take over the world news medias. Right. Oh, hang on, I think I know where it might be. That's the youngest agent. He's gone over to Restore Britain. Where on earth is it? Not that one, that's the big story. There they are. The Bullingdon Boys. Number 2, David Cameron. Number 8, Boris Johnson. I used to call him Turkish Boris. Boris is no more English than I am, and I'm Welsh. Boris is of Turkish descent. Yeah, go have a look. Nasty bunch. I think Osborne's in there as well, if you remember Osborne. I can't remember which one. But there's Cameron, number 2. Vile thugs. When I worked in the city, I met most of the people I met in the city. Even the directors were pretty good. But I did meet some real uppity pricks from around Holland Park with their also plummy accents. And I recall walking down, I don't know, I think we was going down to the Harbour Charge or somewhere like that after work. And there was an old man, a beggar, a vagrant, call him what you will, homeless person, sat with a dog. God, what was his name? Alex. The young man I was with was named Alex. We were both wearing 3-piece suits, pinstriped, obviously. Bloody pricks. And as we walked by, the guy just sat there and he looked up, and Alex looked down at him and he said, "Oh, are you hungry, my good man?" And this man, who was twice his age, up against it, obviously said, "Yes, sir." And Alex said, "Well, eat your dog." I thought, you fucking prick, Alex. I should have actually bitch slapped him, but I didn't. Okay, guys, I'm guessing, now for the big story. Where is it? Yeah, let's get back to the bunker. They elected a dog. Yeah, who elected a dog? These people elected a dog. There he is. Oh, you can't see him. Now you can see him. It was a while back, but I thought it was funny. Yet three of his ties in a month. Dog Mayor celebrates a year in office. Carries the mantle of the golden retrievers who went before him. A sandy-haired hedonist. Sounds a bit like Donald Trump, doesn't he? He likes hamburgers and kissing babies. Pretty well trained, Alex. Mayor. Apparently, the town's got a long history of electing dogs as mayors. Got to be better than some of our politicians. Been a busy year in office for Mayor Max 3. Celebrated his birth party. 1,000 guests over the past 12 months. Max has been making daily public appearances. He visits hospitals, schools and nursing homes, attending to those in need of love. He has lain next to hospice residents during their final moments and has encouraged despairing people to carry on. We got to go back to Cameron, sorry guys. I just remembered something. Cameron. Damn, where did it go? Oh, right, I remember. And I haven't got the images. I had some images. It was on November. Poppies were out, yeah? And I managed to get some images taken from behind the scenes where David Cameron is sat in a field of sort of poppies with the wooden crosses and stuff like that. And he's there looking serious, and shot after shot of him posing this way, posing, all pose. And then I saw the one that they published in the newspaper where he genuinely looked sad and upset looking at the rows and rows of crosses. And then I looked at all the shots that were taken just to get that one image. Pose. He must have spent about 30 minutes just there posing, kneeling, looking at the names. They'd written the names on them. My wife done that 1 year. Wrote hundreds of names on hundreds of crosses for Remembrance Day. I don't think I'll buy a poppy again, but that's another story. Anyhow, that was David Cameron. That sickened me off him then. Well, I was already sick of him at any rate. Okay, guys, you've been listening to Paul Morris, The Green Arrow, and I will see you on the next one. I didn't fancy doing anything serious, to be honest, guys. Oh, I'm going to go and have some rum.